He wasn't supposed to be there. A man in a suit lay perfectly still on a quiet Australian beach, with no signs of struggle, no blood, no witnesses, just silence. People passing by assumed he was asleep, but the stillness was wrong. There was no ID, no wallet, no name. Every label on his clothes had been carefully removed. In a hidden pocket, a tiny piece of paper was found with 2 words, Taman Shud, meaning it is finished. Yet nothing was finished. This was not just a death. It was a message, a code, a man no one could identify, and a mystery that has remained unsolved for decades. Someone knew exactly who he was and made sure no one else ever would, leaving the world to wonder what secrets were hidden on that quiet December morning. On December 1st, 1948, at Somerton Beach, Adelaide, a couple walking along the shore noticed the figure of a man lying against a seawall. He was dressed meticulously, suit pressed, shoes polished, as if he had just stepped out of a meeting. At first, they thought he was asleep, but as they approached, it became clear something was wrong. He did not move, did not breathe, and did not respond, even as flies gathered. Police arrived and confirmed there were no signs of violence or injury. It appeared peaceful, almost staged, but the first unusual detail emerged. Every label and tag on his clothes had been cut out. No identity, no trace. Who prepares their body like this before death? Searching further revealed only a train ticket, a bus ticket, and a comb. Nothing to answer the simplest question. Who was he? What lay hidden would push this mystery into realms of the inexplicable. During a detailed search, police discovered a tiny folded piece of paper inside a secret pocket. Carefully placed, it read, Taman Shud, Persian for, it is finished. But finished what? Life, mission, or message? The phrase led investigators to a rare copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a book of poetry. Days later, a man came forward, claiming he had found the book abandoned in his car. Inside were indented writings, barely visible, a cryptic code of letters arranged in lines with no clear meaning. Cryptographers and military analysts examined it, but none could decipher it. It seemed designed for only one person to understand, someone who would never reveal its secret. The code turned a mysterious death into a global puzzle, with implications no one could yet fathom. A nurse living nearby was quietly linked to the case, though she insisted she had no connection. When shown the man's photograph, her reaction was immediate and intense. She almost fainted, her face drained of color, yet she denied knowing him. That was fear, not confusion, and it hinted at shadows lurking behind ordinary life. Rumors began circulating quickly. Cold War tensions were rising, spies were active, and questions arose. Was he somehow involved in espionage, caught in a game of intelligence and deception no one could understand? The erased identity, cryptic code, and mysterious woman suggested connections to a larger, hidden network operating in silence. Poison tests were conducted meticulously but yielded inconclusive results. If he had been poisoned, it was with a substance so rare and untraceable that modern science struggled to detect it. Fingerprints did not match any national or international records. There was no past, no trace, no explanation, only absence. The man had vanished into history while his body lay exposed on the sand, and each clue, each fragment of evidence, led investigators further into a labyrinth of questions with no answers. Even the smallest discovery, like a removed label or a hidden stitch, seemed designed to provoke more uncertainty, ensuring that the world would forever ponder the identity and purpose of the Somerton Man. Investigators combed methodically through his life, attempting to trace his origins, but every lead collapsed under scrutiny. No missing persons matched him, no family came forward, and witnesses provided only fleeting glimpses or conflicting accounts. His suitcase, a trove of meticulous preparation, contained strange items. Thread, tools, additional clothing with every label removed, as if each piece had been sterilized of identity. Decades passed, and he remained a ghost in official records, a puzzle that resisted every modern forensic technique and every investigative effort. Each discovery, each dead end, deepened the sense of unease and heightened the feeling that someone had planned this disappearance with precision. There was no room for error. Recognition and recovery had been actively prevented. The more authorities tried to piece together his life, the more the mystery seemed to expand, creating an invisible barrier between the man and the world. Every corner of his brief existence was shrouded in secrecy, leaving investigators grasping at shadows and ensuring that the Somerton Man would haunt official reports, public imagination, and the relentless pursuit of answers for generations to come. Speculation ran rampant across newspapers, intelligence circles, and public discussion. Some claimed he was a spy, an operative entangled in the secret wars of nations, lost to history without a trace. Others proposed the idea of a secret romance gone tragically wrong, a forbidden liaison with consequences so grave that every trace of him was erased. Another theory suggested that he had knowledge dangerous to powerful individuals, someone who knew too much and had to be removed quietly. The code found in his hidden book, the enigmatic messages, the unreachable woman, and the untraceable poison all pointed toward a carefully orchestrated plan beyond ordinary comprehension. Even with modern forensic analysis, no theory could be confirmed. Each discovery, each faint hint, only layered additional complexity onto an already impenetrable puzzle. Every witness, every document, every trace seemed deliberately constructed to mislead and obscure, forming a labyrinth without an exit. What was real and what was engineered deception? No one knew, and perhaps no one ever would. The Somerton Man had become more than a mystery. He was a masterclass in ambiguity, a human enigma designed to defy explanation, a shadow whose story continues to frustrate, fascinate, and haunt those who dare to pursue the truth. Decades later, DNA testing promised potential breakthroughs in a case that had mystified generations. Samples meticulously taken from the body, as well as items found on or near him, were analyzed against national and international databases, with the hope of finally revealing his identity. Initial results hinted at possible matches, but each one collapsed under close scrutiny, leaving only frustration and unanswered questions. Historians, forensic experts, and investigators returned to the case repeatedly, leveraging every new technological advancement, from facial reconstruction to digital fingerprint analysis, in an attempt to shed light on the truth. Social media and online communities reignited public fascination, as amateur sleuths pored over old photographs, documents, and cryptic evidence, proposing theories both creative and outlandish. Documentaries attempted to capture the haunting story for a modern audience, yet the Somerton Man remained elusive, an enigma who defied resolution. Every novel approach, every high-tech analysis, only highlighted the meticulous construction of this mystery, revealing how deliberately the truth had been concealed. The case, layered with cryptic messages, vanished histories, and inexplicable human behavior, continued to frustrate experts and enthrall the public alike, proving that some mysteries are engineered to remain unsolved, teasing generations with glimpses that never fully coalesce into clarity. Beyond forensic data, the human dimension puzzled everyone involved in the case. Who was he in life? What relationships did he have? And why did they vanish so completely? Why did a nurse living nearby react with visible fear when shown his photograph? Did someone stand by silently as he took his last breath? Or was he truly alone in those final moments? The beach where he was discovered remained a silent witness to events that could never be fully reconstructed, its sand absorbing questions no one could answer. Eyewitnesses offered fleeting glimpses, passing moments that hinted at ordinary life yet led nowhere, and hearsay filled in gaps. Yet nothing confirmed his identity, his intentions, or his purpose. His mysterious code, his untraceable clothing, the hidden piece of paper, all these fragments suggested that the truth lay beyond ordinary human understanding. The Somerton Man became more than a case. He became a symbol of uncertainty, a haunting reminder that some stories resist resolution no matter how hard we try. Human curiosity collided with impossibility, leaving questions that continue to haunt investigators, scholars, and the public alike. Each retelling of his story reveals another layer of human obsession and fascination, a mirror reflecting our desire to know the unknowable, to find order in chaos, to uncover the man who refused to be found. His story inspired countless books, documentaries, podcasts, and endless speculation across generations, fueling fascination in both academics and amateur sleuths. Scholars debated the possibility of espionage during a tense Cold War era, examined the cryptographic significance of his mysterious code, and theorized about a hidden romantic tragedy that might explain why no family ever came forward. He entered popular culture as the unknown man of Somerton Beach, an enigmatic figure whose death became emblematic of mysteries everywhere. Each reference, each retelling, added layers of nuance and intrigue, reinforcing the inescapable truth that no one truly knew him, that no one could claim to understand what had happened. The Somerton Man's death was not merely a historical footnote. It became a lasting puzzle, a question mark imposed upon the world, challenging assumptions about identity, secrecy, mortality, and human nature. His presence lingers like a shadow, invisible yet unforgettable, haunting experts and ordinary people alike, reminding us that some lives leave more questions than answers, and that the ordinary rules of human experience often fail when confronted with carefully orchestrated mystery. The fascination he inspires continues to grow with every passing decade, his story an enduring emblem of enigma and the unknown. Even decades later, the Somerton Man remains unidentified, his true identity obscured, his final story incomplete. The words Taman Shud still echo as a chilling and cryptic message, haunting those who study the case, leaving open the question. Was it ever meant for him, or was it intended for someone else entirely? A message delivered and ignored, or a warning never understood? His body lies buried in a quiet grave, his life erased from records, yet the questions endure. Did he die alone, or did someone watch, hidden in the shadows, waiting as he took his last breath? Who orchestrated his disappearance so meticulously that no trace, no family, no memory remains? And if the truth exists, is it concealed by powerful forces, silently waiting to be revealed, or is it lost forever to time? The beach where he was discovered remains empty, windswept, and silent, yet the mystery whispers through the years, refusing to fade. Each detail, each unsolved clue, each question unanswered adds to a chilling legacy. Some stories are never meant to be solved, some people are never meant to be found, and some secrets endure across generations, quietly asserting that human understanding has limits, and that even the most meticulous death can leave a permanent mark on history, imagination, and fear itself. In a world obsessed with answers, his life and death challenge our need for closure, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable truth that not every puzzle has a solution, and some mysteries are designed to remain eternal, echoing through time and memory, refusing to release their grip on human curiosity and the imagination of anyone who dares to search.